Hello, hello, Virgo. Welcome to your May 2018 overview reading. This is good for you if you are a sun, moon, or rising Virgo. And the reason why I already have the cards pulled is because I have to film outside today, which I honestly do not enjoy nor prefer, but we have painters at the house today, so I'm not going to make myself black out from the fume intake. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started. Don't forget, if you're looking to work with me, or if you want to know what decks I used, or you need any other info, all of that is in the description box. Excuse me. Okay, anyway, let's go ahead and get started. First, we have your feelings are the sign you've been looking for. Listen to your body. Listen to your feelings. There's information for you about your decisions that already exist within your body. So a lot of people, when they have sessions with me or when they ask single question readings, as much as I can give them information about what it looks like the better option is, a lot of the time I'm reflecting what they know in their astral body, but a lot of us, can't always see that. So try to tune into your own feelings as much as possible for the answers, because there's a lot of information that's sitting there. But it might take some time, it might take some digging, it might take some, someone else to reflect it back to you, but pay attention to the way that your body feels. Okay, and the affirmation card, we have inspiration. There is a voice of inspiration within me. Right now, it's only a whisper, but the more I listen, the louder it will get. That's exactly like this. Soon it will be a flawless speech voiced by James Earl Jones through a megaphone with lots of applause. Okay, so the thing is, the more you pay attention, the more you focus on it, the more you'll be able to hear it, the more you'll be able to hear your own needs, your own, the information that you're requesting. So your intuition is probably going to be on point in May. And the central energy for you this month is Two of Shells. Boom. So relationship stuff coming up first thing. Lovebirds, lovey-dovey, as they say. Union, harmony are the words coming up here. This also has to do with companionship, partnership. All of those things are going to be themes that are coming up for you this month. Now, what you have shifting out is bees. So working extra hard. Think about how bees work tirelessly. They seem to never stop. And they're busy building and creating and harvesting and things like that. So it's really, it seems that hard work and that laborious existence is kind of, the work ethic for Virgos never goes away, but it is something that might be put a little bit more on the back burner. It seems like there's other things that might be coming up and revealing themselves to be important. So the oncoming energy, we have Fish. This is more about following your intuition, going with the flow, understanding how you can be in balance with your own body's rhythms and needs rather than trying to force it. Even though Virgo is technically a mutable sign, a lot of the times I feel like it has a lot of fixed energy. In a lot of ways, there's a certain level of stubbornness that Virgos have. And so the Fish is kind of the teacher on how to shift away from that and be more, sink more into your mutable qualities in order to get the best results. So let me see. I'm going to clarify that card. We have the Mother of Spring. This is the Queen of Rods or Wands. So there's definitely a lot of creativity coming to the surface. You still have that inspiration and the things that you would like to get done, but this is doing it in a way that is less about like charging ahead and bulldozing through, and more about going with a rhythm that's appropriate for you. Okay? And this is what you can aspire to this month, what you can call on for information. You have Whale. Yeah, so there's a lot of it has to do with going beneath the surface, getting insight from things that may have gone unnoticed, seeking information from people who are close to you or people that you have a connection with. It's interesting. The Two of Shells is, definitely an emotional card, but there's also like the way that you are able to work with whale and fish and everything like that is through emotional growth and evolution. So remember that. And in the subconscious, this is what's supporting you, even though you probably can't see it or may not recognize it, is Turtle. So if you have felt like you're going slow, or like things aren't moving as fast as you want them to, or any variation of what I just expressed, this is saying you're making a lot of progress, a lot of things are changing, a lot of things are growing that you can't see quite yet, and that's okay. This is about taking the time to focus on more of the emotional side of your experience and, taking a break from the rationality, the physical, the effort, the working so hard is okay, because there needs to be ebbs and flows in order for you to learn and in order for you to get the most out of this earth experience and out of this earth body. And so you don't have to constantly be the bee, the honeybee, the worker bee. You don't always have to exist in this way. You can also take a detour. You can stop and smell the roses. You can enjoy things that are happening outside of your goals. So the Turtle is showing you that even if even if you slow down, even if you take breaks, even if you have an experience with a love interest and it feels like a distraction, or anything like that, you're still making progress. Okay, so now I'm going to get into the timeline. The first card is Temperance. Okay, balance. This is about the emotional, the physical, how you're taking care of your body, how much are you working, how much are you taking care of yourself, like how much are you giving each of these things that you prioritize. Okay, so this, you want to evaluate that. You want to feel where you're out of balance or out of sync, and then, slowly make improvements. Okay, quarter 2, King of Cups. There's another reference to balance in this card, but I see this as you kind of have a flow going on here, where there is a certain level of you understand what's going on with you emotionally, and as a result of that, it doesn't seem so overwhelming or frustrating. It's easier to cope with because you're able to see it clearly and you understand what's going on. So this, I can't give a whole lot. I guess I could pull another card for you here. It doesn't look like there's a concrete thing that this is. It's going to be very individual for, this is a general reading. So that's about as specific as I can get. But I'll pull a clarifier just to see if anything else comes up. Ace of Swords. Okay, so you already have an idea of what this is. You already know what you need to work on. You know what the blocks or barriers may have been. And so you're starting to address the emotional side of that. Okay, quarter 3, we have 10 of Swords. This is just an extension of the King of Cups. It's kind of like, yep, I know what's coming up. I know what I have to let go of. I know what I have to mourn. This is expected. This is something that you already understand. That's why you have the Ace of Swords coming up here. It's kind of like, yeah, it's time for me to let that baggage go. It's time for me to release that. So I think that you've already seen this kind of coming. You've evaluated, you've assessed, okay, yes, this is something that I need to remove, and you're making space for the Two of Cups. You're making space for the, the union, the harmony, the companionship, the all of that goodness, but you kind of have to go through this process of release as well. And the final wrapping up May, we have the Magician. So see, this is where as you release, you're making space. And when you make space, you can intend on filling it with something. So if you want to fill it with old patterns, you can, but this is encouraging you to start something new, to initiate something different. The Magician is all about manifestation and cultivating the things that you desire. And so you have an opportunity to do that in the month of May once you release whatever is holding you back emotionally or preventing you from the Two of Cups. And so make sure that you're setting your intentions. I don't remember when the full moon is, but that might be a good time to focus on what you want to release. The full moon, even though I don't do full moon rituals or new moon rituals every time they happen, but sometimes it's nice if you need to focus your energy somewhere. It's a good reminder of, oh, what do I need to release? And so you might want to do that this month. Now I am doing a 3-card pick. Or actually, I'll do this at the very end. I'm just going to let them hang out there. You can pick one if you want or not. You guys know that I don't care if you pick before or after I flip them over. Okay, so now I'm going to do the relationship cards. This one is for you if you're in a relationship, and this is for you if you are not in a relationship. So card number 1, we have boundaries. I claim my right to set healthy boundaries, and I allow others to do the same. Sometimes personal space is taken and sometimes it's given, and sometimes if you're on the subway, it's completely disregarded and shamelessly invaded. I guess it depends on the day. Okay, so it's all right to say no. It's okay to give yourself permission to ask for things that you need. It's okay to set healthy boundaries, and boundaries are the key to longevity in certain relationships. Unless you're dealing with someone who's avoidant, but that's an aside. So boundaries. It's going to create mutual respect and understanding if somebody knows where the boundary is in the beginning so that they don't keep harming you without realizing it. Okay? And for those of you who are not in partnership, levity. Laughter is the best legal medicine, and it looks like it's time for you to take a sweet, sweet hit of it. When someone annoys you or a plan goes awry, try finding something funny in there. And if you ever feel like the butt of the joke, remember that the only difference between someone laughing at you and someone laughing with you is that in the first version, you're not laughing. You always have the option, so opt to lighten up. It's legal in almost 200 countries. So have a sense of humor as much as you can. It's not always easy to do, but the more you can laugh at the patterns, at the coincidences, at the funny things that are happening, the easier it's going to be. Okay, on to the 3-card pick. The deal with these cards, also I have the link in the description box if you like these. My friend was fully funded on Indiegogo, so they are still available for purchase. This is a demo deck that I have here, but it has 1 word and 3 phrases, and if you feel particularly resonant with a specific phrase or your ears prick up, that is your intuition telling you what you need to hear, okay? So container, be intentional about what or who you wish to show up in the space you have provided. Set the energy for the endeavor up front. Hold space for spirit and trust. Okay, this is also reminding me of when I'm manifesting a lot of stuff, I have a physical container that I will put it in. So if you have a lot of things that you are clearing out and want to fill up the space with, put it in a physical container. That might be positive as well. And the intentional piece has to do with the Magician. Set your intentions at what you want to show up. Okay, card number 2, we have restriction. Limitations may actually be creative opportunities. Choose helpful constraints to make the big idea real. Don't be fooled by others' limiting beliefs. So make sure that when somebody says you can't do that, or they question your capacity and capability, that you are meeting that with an understanding and compassion of their own limiting beliefs. I love this card because it's showing that even if things don't go your way, sometimes there's a bigger thing at work that's happening. Okay, and card number 3, we have alignment. Explore energy first, matter will follow. Find the spine, yours are the one in the situation. Address the source and everything will fall into place. So really focusing on your, tuning up yourself internally, understanding that you manifest what you embody. I know I say that a lot, but it's absolutely true. You manifest what you are and what you're ready for. So just, if you can remember that, then it's going to make this whole thing a lot easier, because then you're going to be able to tune that up. And as you do that, then you're going to have the things roll in that you do want. Okay, so that is all that I have for you today. I certainly hope you've enjoyed this reading. Don't forget, if you're looking to work with me, or if you want a tarot spread, or if you have a quick question, all of the links are in the description box. And don't forget to follow me on Facebook and Instagram. And also sign up for my newsletter, because you will get a free solar year reading at the end of your birthday month, and all of that good stuff. Okay, so until next time, I hope you have a wonderful May, everybody. Happy manifesting, and I will see you all later.